Putala, good afternoon. Hope you can hear me. Kawuda issalam present karane today. Shall we ask FPT Group 1 to present? FPT Group 1, are you ready? FPT Group 1. FPT Group 1. Today morning I have received the presentation. Kawuda saddane nappa. Kawuda saddane. Because we are yet to receive, we are yet to hear from Group 1, even IM Group 1 we didn't hear. So, Navini, are you ready, Buddha? Are you there? Hello? FPT. FPT, no? FPT. IM, Putha Group 1 ready there? Today presentation ekata. Is IM ready, Group 1? Janaki IMI last the Group 1 එක presentation ekata Putha. Is Janaki there today? Group 1. Sanduruni බලන්න පුතා Group 1 එක ලෑස්තිද කියලා FPT. Sorry, IM Group 1 එක.
Ready, sir.
Ready, okay. Please go ahead, Puta, for presentation. Yes, please go ahead. You can share the presentation. Yeah, very good.
Good afternoon, my dear sir and dear friends. Today I present about cleaner production assessment in industries. There were many industries remove wastage to the environment in unfavorable, but today number of industries remove that wastage in some methodologies and not pollute the environment, impact on environmental associations. According to that, this situation we can categorize with 4 stages. First one, passive. Second one, reactive. Third one, constructive and proactive. In briefly, passive is ignore pollution. Reactive is dilution and dispersion. Constructive is end of pipe treatment, and proactive is cleaner production. Next I explain about what is the cleaner production. Cleaner production is the continuous application of an integrated preventive environmental strategy to process products and services to increase overall efficiency and reduce risks to human and the environment. Cleaner production can be applied to the processes used in any industry to product themselves and services provided in society. Because this cleaner production impact on these housekeeping, input material change, better process control, equipment modification, technology change, bright recovery or use, production of useful byproducts, and modification. The cleaner production assessment is part of an enterprise. A good cleaner production assessment helps the enterprises in of waste streams and those environmental and economic assessments of loss of resources, identification of easy to implement and low cost clean production options that enterprises can immediately implement. Now I explain what are the 5 phases of cleaner production assessment. There are 5 phases recognized need to cleaner production. First one, planning and organization. Second one, per assessment phase. Third one, assessment phase. Fourth one, feasibility analysis phase. And fifth one, implementation and continuation. Now I hand over to the Gihan, continue the presentation.
Thank you, Samika. Samika introduced to 5 phases of clean production assessment. Its first one is planning and the organization. It is experience show that following element are important of the successful start of a CPA clean production assessment. We adding some details in this. Obtain commitment of top management, involve employees, organize a cleaner production team, identify impediment and solution of the CPA as a process, decides focus of the CPA. Planning can be one of the few of the staff member of an enterprise member interested in a cleaner production. Next slide, we explain pre-assessment. The objective of the pre-assessment is to obtain an overview of the production and environmental aspect of a company. Samika.
පුතා කොහමද? So
The technical issue.
technical issue. Okay, take your own time. That's okay, Puta. Teshini, how is your presentation? Is Teshini there from manufacturing? Teshini's group number 5 today. Also, any FPT group ready today? If group 3 has difficulties, how about FPT other groups? Group 1, group 2, group 3, sorry, group 3 if cannot. Group 4 and 5 who are ready, please chat to me. Please send me in the chat. FPT ready? Any presentation? Manufacturing ready? Any presentation today?
So,
Yeah, Bhutan.
this is pre-assessment.
Okay, go ahead.
This is pre-assessment. This is the objective of the pre-assessment is to obtain an overview of the production and environmental aspect of a company. Procedure processes are best represented by a following flow chart showing input, output, and environmental problem areas. We add in some details, company description and flow chart, work to inspection, establish a focus. Next slide. Uh, Next slide. This is a assessment phase. This is very important. You can see this. We adding some details, collection of available data, introduction new data sheet and data collection in a daily, basics and on-site measurement, monthly utility, input resource consumption, production output, inventory, solid waste collected, waste water trade and discharge, select suitable CP techniques, housekeeping process option, new technology, and final one is raw material substitute cleaner production. Next slide. This is assessment procedure. We add in production procedure pictures. You can see this. And first one is source identification. A material flow diagram with associate cost made to identify source of waste and waste generation. Next slide, we explain cause of diagnosis. We explain this investigations of factor that influence the volume and consumption of waste and emissions generated. We are adding this is good operation practice. Now I hand over to this presentation, Gihan.
Thank you, Gihan. I am Gihan Kaviska. My index IM 17 B1 37. I am going to continue this. Now we are going to see operation generation. Create a vision on how to eliminate or control each of the cause of water and emission generation, cleaner production, and production process which is there. Technology. Next slide. Okay. Visibility analysis. First one is initial evaluation. It means options are sorted to identify additional evaluation needs for complex processes. Second one, technical feasibility. Checking the availability and reliability of equipment. Expected maintenance and utility requirements. Operating and supervising skills, effect on product quality and productivity. Next slide. Okay. Third one is economical feasibility. Cost comparisons, profit comparison, return on investment, playback period, net present value, and internal rate of return. Fourth one is environmental feasibility. It means reduction in quantity of waste, energy loss, material and resource consumptions. And fifth one is selection of feasibility options. It means elimination of technology non-feasibility and environment. Environment.
Consider cost in case completing options or limited founds. Next slide. This is case study of technical evaluation. Next slide. Implementation and continuation. Create action plan, implement options, monitor the new resource consumption, waste generation level, situation, cleaner production. Next slide. Thank you.
That is about cleaner production assessment. In industries. So when it comes to assessment, yeah, that is very important. So you have presented it. That's all right. You have presented it. That's all right. But you can see when it comes to assessment, normally to do cleaner production assessments, in real way, we have to have a very good sense of industries as well as very good sense of this aspects of cleaner production. Okay, so pre-assessments, assessment phase, feasibility phase, and implementations. Yeah, so that would be the approach that is good. So in this approach, so the pre-assessment, yeah, that is, of course, you have to collect the data and explore the manufacturing processes and all, evaluate, not to say evaluate the collecting data on the resource consumptions, the production, the about the waste and all, the after assess, pre-assessment, you can do some assessments and then the feasibility, that's true. But when it comes to the real understanding of this, you have to have little sense of industry practices and industries sense one way you can explore some industries, somehow you can get some more information from the web and all. If not, you assume the house තමන්ගේ ගෙදර තියෙන day to day. එතකොට ඇත්තටම කියනවා නම් day to day ගත්තාම you are using resources, there are waste as well. So at least maybe from the household operations, household you have the operations, there are processes, of course there are waste management or whatever. So at least through the house model, you can imagine a little bit maybe. Or maybe even if you think of restaurants, maybe little familiar. Maybe even you can think of some, maybe you can imagine more better, maybe like rice processing industries or little manufacturing, small industry like bakery industry, whatever. You connect this with a real case, then it is very practical. You connect this with real case. Example, cleaner production assessment in industries. This is quite general. Okay, Buddha? So as an example or a case study, you can talk about example, cleaner production assessment in bakery industry. Example, bakery industry. Or in maybe a special food manufacturing or processing industry. Okay, or in a rice mill. So you can connect them. Okay, or even maybe in the hospitals or in a hotel industry, maybe in a tourist hotel. Yeah, so you can think in that way. You can connect these imaginations to a better real cases. මම කියන්නේ පුතාලාට මේවා තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් හොඳම විදිහ. හැම වෙලෙම මොකක් හරි දැන් cleaner production assessment in industry. So industries, when it comes to overall, you may have little general sense, but only very little maybe. But if you connect this with the known industry, or can be known industry, දැනගන්න පුළුවන් industry, so you can have a very good understanding. So it can be a better way, connecting this to some specific bakery industry, dairy industry, yogurt making, or else maybe some cement industry or whatever. You learn with the processes and all. Even the hospitality industry, maybe a tourist hotel, or maybe hospital in the health industries. So connect this with some real cases. Then you can understand Oh, your future dream of industry you are joining. I prefer to join this industry, so explore that. So it has some benefit for your future. තමන්ගේ ඉමේජිනේෂන් එකට ලොකු වැලියු එකක් දෙන්න ඕනේ. අන්න ඒ වගේ මෙතඩ්ස් වල ඕනේ මේක තේරුම් ගන්න. තේරුණානේ? මොනවා හරි මෙතඩ් එකක් හොයාගන්න ඕනේ. We lecturers as with experience from the industry, we can understand this. But when it comes to students level, so it is always a challenge how to understand this better. And how to understand this better. Yes, I am a case study. Case study. Even education industry, cleaner production assessment in a university. Still okay. Because you are consuming a lot of resources. Yeah. So what kind of pre-assessment about resource consumption? Electricity, water. Then there can be materials like stationery, papers. So there can be many other things, the electronic equipment, office automation equipment, furniture, and a lot of things. Computers, electronics. So you are using. And the usage of that even sometimes there are obsolete items, housekeeping issues. So you can really connect this to some real case. So in general, this is quite okay with them. In general, this is quite okay. In general, but cleaner production assessment is very important. So whenever you go to industry, the sense of cleaner production and assessment, I think the knowledge within you is very important. Point එකකට limit කරලා අර බාගෙට තේරිච්ච එකක් if you understand partially, maybe this will be forgetful. Okay, in a month's time. So that's why, so turn this information into a useful knowledge. That is extremely important. Turning the information into useful knowledge. That's why information is different. Knowledge is something else. Through the knowledge, you can think. You can move forward. But information is just a helping hand on you. Even you can put startup is quite good. You can see you can see the first slide also is quite good. Explanation is okay at your level, Pitala. At your level, explanation is okay, but ask from you, okay? Ask from yourself, did I understand enough? You have to ask yourself, whatever the subject, what a piece of knowledge, some micro knowledge, no matter. Ask yourself the question, did I understand enough? If the answer is no, you will receive the solution approach. Then the ideas will come. And if you do not ask that question, we have issues because we don't know up to what level we know it. Whether it's sufficient, or it's a half-baked knowledge, or it's a wrong knowledge, even possible, or if it's based on information. That's why. So always ask yourself, did I understand it? If not, how can I understand it better? And when it comes to technology and management, make a hari santosing karanda puluwan job ekak. It is always creative. More challenge is more interesting. And challenges you are there to face challenges in the job. Job challenges So how to deal with the technological challenges? How to deal with the managerial challenges? So how to improve the personalities? Yeah, that's right. So this is really helping you. I think alright. රස්සාවකුණුත්තර හරි සන්තෝෂයෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන් කැපැසිටි එක තමන් හදාගන්න. ඒක වැඩ කොච්චර තිබ්බත් you should be very cheerful when you are in the industry. No matter how hard the job, no matter how difficult, no matter how heavy the workload, how to perform cheerfully. And then he or she can be the leaders. And that means the number. Now you are in semester 6, about to leave the university. Time. So by this time you should be ready. මේ presentations වලත් අපි බලන්නේ එකයි. අපි දැනගත්ත ටික ඇද්ද අපිට තේරුණා ඇද්ද මේකෙන් මොකක්ද ඇති වැඩි මොකක්ද මේකෙන් ඇති සෙටි what is the bottom line of this other than getting the CA marks. තේරුණානේ ඒක හරි important. So these 5 presentations, if you understand these 5 very well, since from the beginning of your career, you will be in a very good shape. The presentation time, so try to internalize the knowledge, and that is very important. That is the bottom line. So in the presentation, I expect you to generate some good pieces of presentations to share the knowledge. So especially IM, you have done it. Even I have the group 3 new presentation I have received, because group 3 last time they didn't do very well. So you have done it. So after that you have presented, and the next is, it's not issue that how well presented, that is important, and then how well you have the knowledge within you. That is extremely important. Now you have to imagine you not as students now. Your student life is over, no matter you are waiting for the semester 6 exam. Okay, now you are ready to go for ventures, real life, working to get the challenges and all. So it depends how strong you are, then you will be successful. You will be a very cheerful employee, or even a leader or manager or technologist. And that is very important and very responsible. Capacity, personality, presentation organization, when you are presenting something, you should be aware that you should know it very well. Thoughtfully present. Of course, you can look for the information from the other resources, that is fine. But when you are presenting this, that is your own knowledge, own piece of knowledge. So that's about group number 1. Somehow you have presented this. So today, so I will ask group number 3. I am also to present this. Their case, because last week they didn't present it very well. So you can see how well they can present it again, and you can see how well they presented last time. Now they are going to present. So we will see how qualitative today presentation. Okay, The presentation quality, it is, there are many aspects. Yeah. Number one is how well the audience, yeah, understand, make the audience interested. How will the audience receive the knowledge, and how well the objective of the presentation, objectives are fulfilled. Those are very important. Anyway, I am group number 3, Putala. Yeah. So I think group number 3, if I'm not mistaken. Number 3. I am group number 3. Cleaner production implementation, because the first one is about assessment. Assessments. Yeah. That is very important. Assessment. Now you are learning number 3, implement. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, group number 3. Are you ready, Bhutana? Are you ready? Group number 3. Are you going to present? Yeah, okay. I am group 3. Now you can present. Yeah, okay. Okay, go ahead. Group number 3. Yeah, please, okay. Yeah. You can start. I am group number 3. Okay. Yeah, you can share your presentation on the screen and you can start it. Okay, so all look silent. So okay. Putala hinaw the key nika. I know the okay.
Yes.
Okay. So FPT group 1 also ready to present, but before FPT 1, let IM group 3 present it again. Okay. Yeah. So after that, FPT group number 1. Okay. IM group number 3. Are you ready? IM 3.
Hello, sir.
Oh, Buta.
Sir, I am from group 3. Can you give some time?
For presentation. Okay, then FPT group 1, go ahead. Okay. FPT group 1, go ahead, Buta. We'll see your story. Yeah. FPT 1. FPT 1.
The earth has enough resources for our need, but not for our greed. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Udara from FPT group number 1, and today I'd like to present to you about cleaner production assessment in industries. This is our group members, and this is our content of presentation. First of all, I'd like to give you an overview about what is the cleaner production assessment in industries. Cleaner production is the continuous application of an integrated preventative environmental strategy applied to processes products and services to increase overall efficiency and reduce risk to humans and the environment. Now I want to describe what is the production process. Production process is conserving raw materials and energy, eliminating toxic raw materials and reducing the quantity and toxicity of all emissions and waste. Products is reducing negative impacts along the life cycle of a product from raw materials extraction to ultimate disposal. Next, I will focus on what is the services. Services is incorporating environmental concerns into designing and delivering services. Okay, now I want to describe about basic principles of cleaner production. Four basic guideline principles are implied in the conception of cleaner production. First one is the precaution and preventative principle. Precaution is not simply a matter of avoiding breaking the law. It is also about ensuring that workers are protected from invisible ill health and that the plant is protected from invisible damage. The preventative principle is to look to upstream changes in the causal network of the system of production and consumption. The preventative nature of cleaner production calls for the new approach to reconsider product design, consumer demand, patterns of material consumption, and indeed the entire material basis of economic activity. The other one is the integration principle. Integration involves adopting a holistic view of the production cycle by reducing the need for emissions into the environmental of such substances. These measures thereby provide for an integrated protection of all environmental media. The other one is the comparative or democratic principle. The comparative or democratic principle involves people, workers, and local residents in the way where production and consumption are organized. The last one is the continuity principle. Cleaner production is a no-end process. Its implementation calls for the everlasting efforts of governments, industries, and consumers. Okay, now I invite to Amar Singh continue to the presentation.
Thank you, Dara. Clean production help to production process in many ways. Those are create optimal process condition to achieve highest product quality, increase production capacity, minimum resource consumption, and reduce waste generation. Some industries transform waste into useful byproducts or reuse or recycle for another application within or outside the company. Sometimes the recycled material can be used as input material. Therefore, their resource consumption is minimized. Second point is avoid using hazardous materials by substitution with less hazardous material. Clean production involves replacement of input materials by less toxic or renewable materials. Third point is install new efficient production equipment and redesign or reformulate the products to minimize the resource consumption. Fourth one is eliminate waste of scarce and valuable resources. Improve the profit margin through reduction of input material cost and reduce the cost of treatment and disposal of waste. When using renewable material as input materials, you can minimize the material cost. The cleaner production involves minimizing or eliminating waste before any potential pollutants are created. It can also help reduce the cost of treatment and disposal of waste. Other point is modify equipment to improve the production process, improve the cleanliness of the surrounding environment. Good housekeeping associate with cleaner production, apply it, improve the cleanliness of entire premises, indoors and out. Last point is improves employee relationship and reduce conflict. This occur because good surrounding environment. I invite to Alhakon continue our presentation, and thank you.
Thank you, Amarasinghe. This slide is cleaner production assessment. Cleaner production assessment is the systematic procedure to identify and evaluate the cleaner production opportunities and facilitate their implementation in industry. This is allows to identify areas of inefficient use of resources and poor management of waste in production. Now I move to the next slide. It is cleaner production assessment methodology. Resource efficient and cleaner production assessment is most often divided in 5 phases. The methodology allows us to identify areas of inefficient use of resource and poor management of waste in production. This is a recognized need for cleaner production. There are 5 phases in cleaner production assessment methodology. First one is planning and organization. Second one is pre-assessment phase. Third one is assessment phase. Fourth one is feasibility analysis phase. Fifth one is implementation and continuation. And finally, the result are assessment. In these, the fifth phase and second phase are continuation of the cleaner production program. These 5 stages will be described in next slides. Now I move to the next slide. It is planning and organization. The objective of this phase is to obtain commitment to the project, allocate resource, and plan the details of the work to come. That phase is divided in 3 main points. They are: first point is obtain management commitment. Experience from many companies show that cleaner production initiatives result in both environmental improvement and better economic performance. However, this should be recognized by the management of the company. Example of similar companies which already implemented cleaner production program. Then, second point is establish a project team. The project team should consist of people responsible for the business function of major facilities in the company. So, they are analysis and reverse of present practices. Second one is development and evaluation of proposed cleaner production initiatives. And final, implementation and maintenance of agreed changes. The next point is development environment policy objective and targets. The environment policy outlines the guiding principle for the assessment. Policy: company's mission and vision for the continuous environment improvement. Objective: the next one is objective. Objective describe how the company will do this. For example, the objective could include reducing the consumption of material and minimizing the generation of waste. Next one is target. Targets are used to monitor if the company is proceeding as planned. An example of a target might be 20% reduction in electricity consumption within 2 years. So that objective and targets are acceptable to those who work to achieve them, flexible and adaptable to changing requirements, measurable over time, and last one is motivation. Thank you. The second phase of cleaner production assessment methodology is described Lakshani. Now I hand over the presentation to Lakshani to continue.
Thank you, Alhakon. The next phase is pre-assessment phase. The objective of pre-assessment is to obtain an overview of the production and environmental aspect of the company. Production processes are best represented by a flow chart showing inputs, outputs, and environmental problems. First one is company description and flow chart. The production line to be suited can be best be represented using a detailed process flow chart. Producing a flow chart is a key step in the assessment. It will be basis for material and energy balances which occur later in the assessment. Second one is work through inspection. The work through inspection should follow the process from start to finish, focusing on areas where products, waste, and emissions are generated. Third one is establish focus. The last step of the pre-assessment phase is to establish a focus for further work. In an ideal case, all process and unit operations should be assessed. However, time and resources constraint may make it necessary to select the most important aspect of process areas. It is common for cleaner production assessment to focus on those processes that generate a large quantity of waste and emissions, use of production hazardous chemicals and materials, initiate a high financial loss, have numerous obvious cleaner production benefits, are considered to be a problem by everyone involved. The next phase is assessment. The aim of assessment phase is to collect data and evaluate the environmental performance and production efficiency of the company. The first one is collection of quantitative data. It is important to collect data and quantities of resources consumed and waste and emissions generated. Data should be represented based on the scale of production. Collection and evaluation of data will most likely reveal losses. Input-output worksheets are useful documents in determining where information is not available. Estimates or direct measurements will be required. Second one is material balance. The purpose of undertaking a material balance is to account for the consumption of raw material and services that are consumed by the process and the losses, waste, and emissions resulting from the process. A material balance is based on the principle of what comes into a plant or process must equal what comes out. A material balance makes it possible to identify the quantity previously unknown losses, waste, or emissions and provide an indication of their sources and causes. Third one is identify clear production opportunities. The cleaner production opportunity production assessment phases start with making diagnosis of a process to identify shortcomings and their causes, as well as to find options for how to improve it. It have 5 key steps. They are input substitution, technology modification, good housekeeping, product modification, and recycling. Now I hand over the Subodha Ratnayaka to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshani. Next slide. Optional
business, it is necessary to economical and environmental as fuel and energy consumption, production capacity requirement, need for implementation as well as product or second one is financial viability, payback period in net present value NPV. It is easy and fast to that require big investment. It is economical analysis. And third one is feasibility. It should be evaluated whether any negative environment. Last one is to select the best option. This can be done using the weight sum. Last one. The objective of the assessment is to ensure that the selected options are implemented, resulting reductions in resources waste generation are monitored continuously. First one is an implementation plan. Implementation of the selected option and action plan. Activities to be carried out. The activities are to carried out. Resources requirement, finance and manpower. And second is implement selected option. The implement options involve modification like new equipment. And next one, monitor periodic monitoring to detect positive changes are occurring and whether the company is progressing toward its target. And last one, sustain when it becomes part of the management software, formal company environmental quality management approach. No, Lakmini.
I'm KDC Lakshmi. Please go to the next slide, Navi. Okay, the cleaner production assessment is perhaps the core service a center can offer an enterprise. A good CPA helps in many ways. The benefits of CPA includes mentioned as following: set targets and calculate monthly or yearly indicators. Second one, production processes are best represented by a flow chart showing inputs, outputs, and environmental problem areas. Third one, responsibilities allocated for each task so that staff involved in the project understands clearly what they have to do. Then analysis and review of present practices. Next one, can get idea about consumptions of raw materials and services that are consumed by the process and the losses, waste and emissions resulting from the process. and waste streams, and thus environmental and economic assessment of loss of resources also. Then last one, the opportunities selected during the assessment phase, evaluated according to their technical and economic and environmental merits. Next slide. Questions. Mm, First question is, cleaner production helps to production process in many ways. What are those? Second question, what are the steps in cleaner production assessment methodology? Third one, briefly describe two phases among five phases. Fourth one, explain the benefits of CP assessment. This all the questions can be classified by using this presentation. I think you could get it. And let's wind up this presentation. I think anyone- have you questions except these questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Putala. Thank you very much. So today we listen to FPT group number 1, okay, and also IM group number 1, okay. IM group number 1 also okay, but FPT group number 1, if you think of the scope, the way it's presented, and even the quality of the presentation, food process technology group number 1 today, I think it's a better presentation. Yeah. Better means the other one, we won't say bad, but FPT group number 1 presentation is a better one. So, and that one, Bhuta, you have put all the directions and information useful to gain the knowledge. You have put all the information and things to gain the knowledge. So this really covered a better scope. So even we can, through this, which means by using this presentation, we can explore more knowledge. Okay, we can explore more knowledge. So, and you have presented it quite all right. And thank you very much. And this will be quite helpful for the class as well. So if PT1, please circulate this among the members of the class, means to IM, to manufacturing, and also to FPT other groups. Very good. So good presentation, and we can see that you didn't put many of the things that you explained. You put the topic here, a little sentence, and you did a lot of explanation. If possible, if it's easier for you, please include these explanations also into the PowerPoint. Okay, please include those present explanations also into the PowerPoint so that we can learn more. So that we can learn more. So that's all right. Very good. And so I feel good about this presentation. So please circulate this. You can add whatever you didn't put to the presentation, but you elaborated. You mentioned this. And especially in this presentation, you can feel that this one, Cleaner production assessment methodology is slide number 7. Okay, so upfront 6 slides are the you can see the slide number 6, 5 and all some background preparation. Same way, even this IM, even this IM presentation, yeah, IM presentation is it's about assessment. Okay, that's also the assessment. IM presentation, this is also about the assessment. So IM presentation also, they put very good slides at the beginning. Okay, they put very good slides at the beginning. So that is also quite good, but here there is a little leading edge, as I see. Okay, anyway, both are good. So FPT, please circulate this to the class. And also IM group also number 1, please circulate your presentation also to the class. Okay, and how about the questions? How about the questions? You didn't put the questions. Okay, so I'm planning to have a question bank from you, so that so I'm putting your questions in the exam. Okay, I'm putting your questions in the exam. So try to help me with some question banks generated by you. Putala තේරුණා නේද? Food, manufacturing, and IM. Yeah, I have seen some questions in your presentations. Other than that, if possible, share some questions with me so that I'm okay to put. Okay. So before passing for another presentation, I prefer to share something with you. Okay, I prefer to share something with you. Okay, I prefer to share something with you. So I put a name for this. Elemental knowledge. Oh, this is knowledge about elements. Okay. This will be helpful to you. Knowledge about elements. Knowledge about elements. Okay. Let's see. Knowledge about elements, how this works. We are going to explore this. Knowledge about elements. Let's see. We will look into examples because I want to justify this. Let's say in the field of chemistry. Chemistry. So I think chemistry, little bit sense there maybe with the food students. They have learned food chemistry, but even manufacturing, they have maybe, they have some engineering chemistry knowledge, and I am and myself, even I forgot chemistry. So I am sometimes maybe little, you have learned in your O levels, maybe or A levels, that's okay. Let's say, what are the elements? Because from field to field, there are elements, okay? So this is one case, that is field of chemistry, okay? So what are the elements in the field of chemistry? Okay, so I'm not going to teach you chemistry, but I'm trying to justify a case. Okay, I'm going to justify a case. Field of chemistry. Okay, so what is the related elemental knowledge? So it starts with this. Even here, we call this periodic table of elements. Even the word elements is here. මූලද්‍රව්‍ය කියලා කියන්නේ සිංහල. So this is the elements. You can see hydrogen, helium, lithium, and so on. You can see there are metals, non-metals, transition metals, and there are a lot of things here. So anyone is mastering or learning chemistry, okay, the first thing for them to know is about the elements. I think you should agree with this, because that is well known. Without knowing of elements, it is not possible. Also about elements, they will learn about atoms, molecules, okay? Atoms and molecules, the basics, okay? Atoms and molecules, okay? Atoms, molecules. Then they will learn about the bonds and all, whatever. Then they will look into the compounds or the whatever. So the starting is with the elements. And there is a table of elements. We call it periodic table. Atoms, then even about the subatomic particles. So they will even drill through the atoms. Subatoms and the even for the lot of things they explore, even quantums, physics also related to quantums, you can see. So the basic is here, okay? Elemental knowledge. Are you okay with this? Yeah. Okay, I'm putting this with the reason. Okay. Let's say case study 2. Field of, let's say, biology. Field of biology. Elemental knowledge. Field of biology. Okay. Field of biology. Yes. Even they may be learn about the elements because they have biochemistry. So the basic elements, they may be learning this, but especially when it comes to biology, okay, your very basic is cells. Even they have cell biology. Then cells combining what makes tissues, okay, organs. Yeah, you may have learned this sometimes. And systems, even they have systems. Digestive system, so the cardio system, and there can be systems as well. So they will learn slowly about cells, tissues, organs, and the systems. And they will learn about of course, they have to learn biochemistry as well, maybe. So these are considered elements, okay? Elemental knowledge, field of biology, okay? Let's see, okay? So I'm taking all the things outside our interest, okay? Yeah, okay? Let's see, field of what? Yeah, any suggestions? Let's say understanding about machines, okay? Machines or machine design. Machine design. Machine design. What makes for machine design? Yes, elements. You have to learn about design a machine. You have to learn about the basics, some mechanisms. Yes, some design basic elements about the gears. Okay, wheels. Just example. Wheels. Just example. About lubrication. Maybe about motors. Yes. So you are learning the basics. Mechanism means there are that kind of things maybe. So you are learning this. Then once you learn the element, once you have the elemental knowledge, then you are ready to move step by step. Okay. And let's example. So the same way, it is very important to understand the what are the elemental level knowledge we need. Okay, so for your case, it's not about the periodic tables. It may not be about the gears, but there can be elemental knowledge for each and every subject. Okay, elemental knowledge. Yeah, that's even in our education. We have the elementary level we call. A primary means elementary level. In US, primary education means prathamika means elementary, moolika adhyapana, elementary level. So, okay, this is the third one. So, this, okay. So in education, okay, education, okay, from primary onwards to universities and even further research and all. Everything starts from elementary level education. Elementary level. Elementary level. Okay, elementary level. Yes. Okay. Yeah, if you need to start learn maths, let's say previous is 2, 3. Let's say maths. From where you start? What elementary level? It's about counting and numbers. Okay, this is where you have started. Okay, maths. Yeah. Mathematics. Math. Okay, mathematics, let's say. When it comes to geometry, you are learning about the lines first, angles, okay, and then about the triangles, planes, and so on. You can see you are learning this, the elementary levels. Okay, so the knowledge about elementary level is very important. Even we have, for science, we have an institute, IFS. We have IFS, it's so situated somewhere, Kandy maybe, it's a government one, Institute of Fundamental Studies. Scientists are working there, fundamental studies. The basic, the elements. Okay, the basics. Okay, basics, the basic developments, the basic understanding, fundamental knowledge, gaining of fundamental knowledge. So even for the scientists, fundamental, they are exploring fundamentals every day. Yeah, because even the fundamentals of fundamentals, they are explored. Okay, I'm sharing with you. Be patient. Yeah, let's say even Buddhism, there can be elements. Okay, elements. You explore this. Okay, I'm not going to write about this. Or any religion, there can be elements or the basis. Okay, in Buddhism, it's about the cause and effect. Principle. Cause and effect principle. Hetupala. Dharma. Cause and effect principle. Okay, and even matters, they went into elements. Okay, Satar Mahadadu, Satar Mahabhuti. So the elements. Then the so the Buddhism, we can see that it's quite based on elements, elementary knowledge. It's totally about the nature, understanding. You need to have the elemental knowledge. So whatever the terminologies, you can see the elemental knowledge. Yeah. So that is very important, even for human beings. Okay, humanity. Okay, humanity. Let's say humanity. Okay, humanity. There can be elements. Elements. Okay. So you have to understand what the elements are for the humanity, and you have to nurture this. Okay, so that's why. See, the elemental understanding, that is very important as managers, as technologies, as developers, when it comes to food or industry management or manufacturing, whatever. Even for humanity, there are elements. To me, humanities, elements are, we call the Metta, Karuna, Mudita, and Upekha. So this can be, the spellings are, of course, I just put here. So this can be the basics of the humanity. Yeah. So you have to understand in that way. So if you don't connect anything to the elementary levels, so make a but you have never learned this as the basics of humanity. If you understand this as the basis of humanity, you should respect this. But now you have learned this in different ways and you have no basis for this. Once the knowledge has no basis, දැනුමකට පදනමක් නැත්තම්, දැනුමකට මූලික වූ යමක් නැත්තම්, එකයි දෙකෙන් දැනුමකට පදනමක් basis එකක් එහෙම නැත්තම් දැනුමකට අවශ්‍ය elements කියන්නේ ඒකේ සිංහලෙන් මොකක්ද elements කියන එකට කියන්නේ මූලය කියන එක මූලික. Okay, මූලික යමක් නැත්තම් මේ දැනුම කියන එකට තැනක් නැහැ පුතා. තේරුණානේ? මේ දැනුමට තැනක් නැහැ. ඒ වගේම හැබැයි දැනුමක් ගන්න, you should start from recognizing from the elementary levels. හැම දෙයකම බලන්න ඕනේ අන්න ඒකට ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට elementary level වල ඉඳලා බලන්න ඕනේ. Now you will start respecting this form because the basic elements of humanity. මේක තියෙනවා මෙතන තියෙනවද සල්ලි හම්බ කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා humanity වල. රස්සාවක් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා තියෙනවා. දැන් අර බෙහෙතක් හොයාගෙන තියෙන වේද මහත්තයෙක් හරියට ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහිල්ලත් නැහැ. දැන් ඔක්කොමලා දහස් ගණන් මිනිස්සු පාන්දර ඉඳලා පොලිම යනවා බෙහෙත් ගන්න. See, this is a lesson. Yeah. Not that much skill. He's okay, that's why. But basically these are the basics of humanity. Having these elements, you can do anything. Even you can fight the wars, but the basic element should be there. Understand? You can run the companies, you can earn money, you can be billionaires, you can be even multi-billionaires, you can be great inventors, but the basic humanity elements should be there within you. Humanity elements ගැන නෙවෙයි කතා කරන්න. Likewise, even for any knowledge, okay? Yeah, let's say now I'm looking into our subjects, okay? Yeah, not this one. So today, cleaner production assessments. Yes, and some talk about the cleaner production implementation, let's say. Implementations. Yes. Then we have to explore, even when you are learning about this, sharing about this. Yeah. So you have to have a little elemental approach. To have a fingertips knowledge. කොහොමද මේ ටික connect කරගන්නේ? Elementary level. Then presentation, ගොඩයි, slides ගොඩයි. Then you can see plenty of presentations. Then මිනිස්සු presentations කියනවට අර ජීවයක් ගන්න value එකක් දෙන්න, your speech is very important. Okay, it's not only the presentation, but the way you present it, the way you trigger the other people's mind, all is important. So here, how to take the basics of this? What are the elements of this cleaner production? And so you have to, whenever you do the presentation, you should connect this to elements, elementary level, to personalize to elementary levels. At least you should address these things. What cleaner production? What cleaner production assessments? What cleaner production implementation? Why? Why cleaner production assessment? Why cleaner production? Why cleaner production implementation? Then how cleaner production assessments are done? How cleaner production implementations are done? How to practice cleaner production? Yes. How? Even where, when, okay? Where, when, who, කවුද මේව කරන්නේ? Whom, කාටද, to whom? So you have to look into these things, because these are more relevant for the recipient. Okay, how? Yeah. What for? Yeah. When, where? So this makes the knowledge somewhat practical. Okay, this makes the knowledge somewhat practical. මේව ගැන explore කරන්න ඕන. Many of us, maybe they look for some pieces of knowledge pieces in the internet. They just copy this. Possible you can still do a wonderful presentation, but if you think little better, even for you to receive a knowledge. So what means, what is, what for? See, so many things you can ask about what. Okay, yeah. Why, how, where, when, who. Then what if, then ඊට පස්සේ මොනවද, after that. Yeah. So this is the way you should connect this. Yeah. For whom? කාටද? Wow. Why? You have to, your presentation is an answer for this. Present in your presentation. So under any title, that should be an answer. Okay, that should be an answer. That is extremely important when you present it. If your presentation is an answer, okay, your presentation is valued. Okay, if your presentation is answered, so that is essential. And if it's more than the answer, it is wonderful. Okay, it's wonderful. So if you think in this way, even you may connect this to Sri Lankan interest, maybe some industry interest, and you explore this and you put it nicely. And then your thinking approach will be excellent, and you can write wonderful scripts even about this subject. And those can be publications, new write-ups. People may like it. අන්න එක ඒකින්ද මේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකක පුතා බලන්න තියෙන ගොඩාක් දේවල් තියෙනවා ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකක් කරනකොට තේරුණානේ ඔව් ඒකින්ද ඒක කම්පියුටර් හිතට ගන්න මේක නෝට් ඩවුන් කරගත්තත් තමයි එලිමන්ටරි ලෙවල් එකකින් හිතන්න elemental knowledge. So what is about this presentations okay, presentation of a given topic, even the topic is given. Okay, presentation of a given topic. So even you can put your new ideas and all for the others to think. Yeah, think means they will look into the opportunities. Yeah, so maybe pieces of what they are, pieces of where, when, whom, everything is there. So finally this will be solutions and opportunities. Okay, solutions and opportunities is quite nice. So think about this when you develop the presentation. Think about this, think about the listener, even think about you. Okay, so you look into the elements. What are the elemental requirements of a presentation you are giving to audience of a given topic? Quite interesting, Buddha. So the elements are the directions. Elements are the directions. So your reference can be from the great philosophers' quotes and some research components. Okay, yes. So in diversified fields, diversified fields. අන්න එහෙම තමයි හොයන්නේ පුතා නැතුව keywords ටිකක් ගහලා Google එකේ එනවනේ මොනවා හරි. Fine, that is fine. Now you can take, you look on that. That looks very useful. You feel the use of that. You take it and copy it, and somehow you improve the text, and it is done. ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකකින් හරි අරගෙන එහෙම කරන්න බෑ වුණාට තමන්ගේ ඔළුවේ තියෙන මේ elemental requirement එක ඒක fulfill වුණාද කියලා බලන්න ඕනේ පුතා. අන්න ඒකයි. ඔය කට්ටියට sense එක තියෙනවා. Sense එක තිබ්බට you may have not identified the elements of the presentation, the basics. ඒකයි. ඒකින්ද මේ ටික දැනගන්න බලන්න. So when you are strong on this, if you do one presentation today, if you develop one presentation today, tomorrow presentation development is wonderful. Even presentation is wonderful. And step by step and hammer the elementary level balandone mukadme elementary level. Elementary level. Eka harima important. මොනවද elementary level එන්න ඕන කියන එක තමන්ට ඔළුවට එනවා තමන්ට elementary level approach එකක් අවශ්‍යයි කියලා recognize කරපුවාම first you recognize that knowing of elements and approaching in the elementary way is important. You recognize the importance, then the aspects will come. තේරුණා නේද? මාත්ම මේ පොත්වල ලියාගෙන කරන්නේවා නෙවෙයි. elementary level එකේ දැන් engineering වල ගත්තාම පුතා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට දැන් තියෙන්නේ elementary level analysis. දැන් අපි හිතුවොත් එහෙම එයාක්‍රාෆ්ට් එකක ගත්තත් ඔය ලොකු තට්ටක් හිතන්නකෝ wing එකක්. So you look into finite element analysis. ඒකේ තියෙන strength එක ගැන, ඒකේ තියෙන fatigue වලට තියෙන මේකේ තියෙන resistance එක ඉවම. So they will look into elementary level analysis. ඔය air condition එකක් ගත්තත් ඕකේ තියෙනවා elementary level analysis එකක් තියෙනවා. As technologists. එතකොට even food වල ගත්තත්. So even though we eat food in bulk, උගුරු බීවට අතින් කෑවට කටවල් කෑවට when you develop the food, so you look into elements. අන්න ඒකයි. එතකොට elements. So elementary levels. Then management වල ගත්තත් එහෙමයි. So you should look into the elements පුතා. ඒක හරියම important. හැම subject එකකම you should recognize the elements. ඒ elemental knowledge එක තියෙනවා නම් Tamanට ඉතුරු ටික හොයාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකයි. Elementary knowledge is important. So one of the aspect is the importance. වැදගත් කියන්නේ elementary knowledge එකේ තියෙන importance, subject එකේ තියෙන වැදගත්කම ඒ ඔක්කොම තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ. Even elementary knowledge. Understanding the importance. Why? Why කියන තැන ඒවා තියෙන ඔක්කොම. මොකටද මේ? What for? ඇයි මේක? අන්න ඒකයි. So look for the answers and the opportunities and the solutions. So just put the word answers also here. ඒකත් අපි ගොඩාක් අයට තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි පුතා මේ elementary level මේ approach එකක් නෑ ගොඩක් අයගේ. Managers lage, even lecturers, they have no idea about the elementary level approach. Elementary level එකක් නෑ නිකම් හිතන්නේ මේ අපි හිතුවොත් මේ environmental management කියපුවම මේක නිකන් ගෝණියක් වගේ මොන හරි පුරවපු. So ගෝණියක් අරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා උතන දිගහැරලා බෑනේ. So then you have to take elementary levels. නිකම්ම ගෝණියක් පෙන්නලා this is cleaner production, you cannot do that. And these are the topics there, you learn these things. Fine, but somehow the bottom line, the elementary level knowledge should be addressed. දැන් අපි බුද්ධ ආගම කියන විෂය ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවානේ. දැන් චූටි කාලේ ඉඳලානේ ඉගෙනගෙන විභාගයටත් ලකුණු අරගෙන විශිෂ්ට සම්මානත් අරගත්තට දැන් when we look into the බුදු දහම to practice, we don't know anything. What are the elements? Basic elements of the humanity nobody knows. පන්සිල් මොකටද කියන එක දන්නේ නැහැ. තේරුණානේ? අන්න ඒක වගේ කියන්නේ we lost because we have no knowledge about the elemental knowledge. ඉතින් අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපි කරන්නේ පුතා කාලේනාස්තිය. ඒකයි. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට හිත හදා ගන්න හොඳයි පාඩම් කරනවා කියලා. පාඩම් කරලා මතක තියාගෙන විභාගේ පාස් වෙනවා සාහිතිකෙකුත් හම්බ වෙනවා that is okay. හවසට පන්සිල් ගත්තත් ඉතින් හිත හදා ගන්න හොඳයි. පන්සිල් කියන්නේ හොඳ දෙයක් නේ පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳලා. පාඩපත්තු කරලා පන්සිල් ගන්නවා. But if you know the true sense of those, that is different. That's why you have to have the elemental knowledge of everything. Environmental elemental knowledge එක ගන්න you have to listen to the philosophers. Dalai Lama මොනවද කියලා තියෙන some presentation වල තිබ්බේ. Environment is a human right. As we live today, we have to assure the same. As we live today on the earth, we have to assure that the future generation also have the same availability of resources and all, and that is a human right. Elements become philosophies. හැම එකකම හැම විෂයකම elementary level, when you go deeper and deeper, finally you will end up with philosophies. තේරුණානේ පුතා? philosophies වල තමයි නතර වෙන්නේ. අන්න ඒ level එකට තමන් improve වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට වයස ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. You are quite young and you are very lucky group of students. elemental level එක ගන්න. What is the elemental level of environmental management to practice? The subject එක සමහරලාට this subject you are learning as a 4 credit module, but this subject can be a single sentence. මේක element එක ගත්තාම තනි sentence එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Those are the codes. මේ විෂය මේ කාලයක් ඉගෙන ගත්ත විෂය වචන 4කින් කියන්න කියලා කිව්වා. වචන 4කින් කියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ the one who knows the elemental sense of the subject. Management ගත්තත් එහෙමයි. තේරුණා නේද? You are a great batch of students, I know that, but each and every subject you can simplify into 4-5 words. Even you can simplify it so that there are no words even. Wordless knowledge. See how nice? Yeah. How nice. Wordless knowledge. Paperless knowledge. Yeah. But very practical, very impactful, very thoughtful. තේරුණානේ ඉස්සරහට උනත් ඔන්න ඔය වගේ තමයි පුතා ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඉස්සරහට ඒ වගේ knowledge එකකට ලොකු survival එකක් තියෙනවා. So we are expecting you to be like that. තේරුණානේ? We are not asking you to be philosophers, but we are asking you to have that elemental sense of knowledge in all the subjects. Elemental sense එකට යනකොට definitely you have to be philosophers. තේරුණානේ? ඊට මෙහා මදි. ඊට මෙහා මදි. ඒකනේ දැන් ඔය ස්ටීව් ජොබ්ස්ලා ගත්තා. එතකොට finally ස්ටීව් ජොබ්ස්ලා එතකොට නැත පිටිෆෝ ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් ඔබාමා ඊට පස්සේ මදර් තෙරේසාලා ගත්තා. So they become philosophers finally because they sense the elements. තේරුණාද පුතා? element level තමයි යන්නේ. අන්න ඒකයි. එතකොට try to be elemental. Yeah, be fundamental. That is very important. So then you can be very innovative, you are very compassionate, you are complete really, you are complete and you are confident. You are confident. ඔකට ගෝණියක් ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ knowledge කියලා ගිහිල්ලා interval team. ගෝණියක් කරේ තියාගෙන this is my knowledge කියලා ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ. You can bring nothing. Yeah. But you can perform in the interview. Yeah. What you need is this elemental capacity, elemental level capacity. Very important. So this is my lesson from today for you. That is not about environmental management and cleaner production, but to give some impactful presentation of a given topic, the way you should approach. Yeah, that's how it is. It's not about number of slides. Okay, it can be quite simple. Okay, Bhutana? Yeah. Good. Any question? තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් මේක. මේක justify කිරුවේ I came from chemistry. Chemistry need elements. Machines need elements. Biology needs elements. Elementary levels. Maths need elements. Even we have elemental studies for science needs elements. Buddhism needs elemental knowledge. Humanity needs elemental knowledge. Then presentations, of course, yes. What are the elemental knowledge? Yeah. You have to have this elemental awareness of this. They should be addressed in the presentation. What, why, how, where, when, who, whom, then. And there should be answers, solutions, and opportunities. මිනිසුන්ට මේව තමයි තේරෙන්නේ පුතා. තේරුණානේ? හැම වෙලේම මේකට link කරන්න. Otherwise, it's an information only. තොරතුරක් විතර. තේරුණානේ? මිනිස්සු දවසක් එනවා ඔය ටෙලිෆෝන් අතාරින්න. තේරුණානේ? සෙල්ෆෝන් එක අතාරින්න දවසක් මිනිස්සු එනවා පුතා. ඒකයි. දැන් ඔය කට්ටිය හැමෝම අතේ සෙල්ෆෝන් එකක් තිබ්බනේ. තියෙනවනේ. මම අතේ එකක් තියෙනවා පරණ එකක්. ලඩයක් වගේ එකක් ඒ වුණාට. One day we will come to give up even the smartphones. A day will come. Because elemental elemental knowledge is being evolving. Knowledge is evolving. Elemental needs. දවසක් එනවා මේ ෆෝන් එක එපා වෙන දවසක් එනවා මිනිස්සුන්ට. ඒකයි. තේරුණා නේද? Facebook වලින් මිනිස්සු අයින් වෙන දවසක් එනවා. එන්න පුළුවන්. තේරුණා නේද? එක්ක මේකේ voice usage එකකට විතරක් යනවා මිනිස්සු. ඒ කියන්නේ මිනිස්සු ඒ කියන්නේ මේ බලන්න වෙනස්කම් වෙන හැටි. ඒක එහෙම තමයි. ඒකයි. Somehow you have to have that elemental sense. Yeah. හොඳයි පුතා ඔය ටික තමයි කියන්න තියෙන්නේ අද. So any more presentations? More presentations? Yeah, someone asked a question about the exam. Okay. About the exam, so far no decision. So far no decision. So far no information about the exams. We are learning, that's all. That's the best part at least. Yeah, we have to be very positive. Exams, even online exam is okay. So even tomorrow we are having the faculty boards, not tomorrow, 10th anniversary. We're going to be so we will prepare for that. ලබන සති දෙකේ අපි class එක wind up කරමුද? Shall we wind up the class in coming 2 sessions? Are you okay? Can anyone respond? Yeah. Even we can continue with others, but anyway, formally we will wind up the sessions in coming 2 weeks. අපි දැන් ගොඩක් ಜಾති කරලා තියෙන්නේ පුතා. ගොඩක් ಜಾති කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So we will have a summary in the coming 2 weeks. We will have a summary. And also we will have from which areas the questions are coming, because as a formality you have to answer a question paper. So even for innovation management also the same. Sustainable consumption and production, all we have done a lot. So we can conclude the subjects really. So coming 2 weeks anyway for environmental management, we will conclude in coming 2 weeks, because at least presentation 1 to 5 some groups have done, some got delayed and some groups have done. So I believe coming 2 weeks those who missed the presentations can try to present in the coming 2 weeks. So send me the questions you prefer to have in the class, in the exam. Because you have presented, I assure that good CA marks. And also I assure out of the 5 presentations, give me some questions. I will consider for the exam. Yeah. So you can put it to me. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Because you have learned. Yeah. So you have the capacity to generate the questions. I'm all right. Okay. Yeah. So try to have very elemental, thoughtful questions, not memory based. Okay, not memory based, because I don't want you to carry heavy memories. But if you have some good sense of the subject, you are done. That is enough. Okay. So food technology, food process, group number 2, ready to present next week. So food process group number 1, they have done well today. So IM presentations, I consider all done. So IM group number 3, if they are ready to re-present it, I'm okay. If they say yes, even today I'm okay to hear their presentations. Yeah. So others, please get ready. So prepare some answers, sorry, some question papers, questions as well. So we will see. So try to have this elemental thinking, Buddha. Okay, elemental thinking. And also there are scientific knowledge as well, scientific, innovative ideas. So all will come, all will be falling under these elements. Okay, all will be falling under this technology and management and the subject knowledge. Yeah, good. Any questions before winding up today? Any question before winding up today? Do you think my sharing of this sense of elements very useful? This is very useful. Even when it comes to economics. When it comes to economics, good governance and everything, you should have this elemental approach. This elemental approach is very important. Even in national education, the elemental approach is very important. That will bring good results. Yeah, elemental approach. It is very important in the field of education, governance, politics, whatever. Okay, so I am group number 3. So ready to present now. Very good. So we will listen to that. Okay, Buddha. So can you present now? Okay, can you go ahead? So I will stop my screen sharing. Yeah, good.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to you all.
I will present cleaner production implementation in industries. My group members are Disanayaka, Tharaka, Vidhanagama, Mapa, Premaratna, Arfad, and I am Dharmaratna. First, I introduce about the cleaner production. Cleaner production is the continuous application of an integrated preventive environment strategy towards processes, products, and services in order to increase overall efficiency and reduce damage and risks for humans and the environment. We can graphically introduce by this chart. Environment strategy created by preventative and integrated strategies. It's towards the process, product, service, and it's by this we can reduction of the risks to the humans and environment. In other words, CP is a tool to answer 3 questions. CP assessment creates CP options. CP, when we create CP options, we can reduce the waste in the industry, and after the reduction of the waste, we can improve the productivity of the company. Phases of the cleaner production. when we recognize need for cleaner production, first step is planning and organization. It has obtained management commitment, organize project team, identify barriers and solution. After that, we can set objectives to the company and we can do pre-assessment of that. Next step is cleaner production assessment. In this process, in this step, we can identify the sources. It's mean where the waste generation and where the environment hazards have, where we can save the energy, etc. After that, we can analyze the causes for that. It's mean why we implement the cleaner production to the company. After that, we can think how we generate the possible options to that. It's mean how we can generate the minimize the waste of the company. When we get the example for that, in a hotel industry, in the waste of the wastewater is a type of a waste, and we can analyze that how we minimize that waste. We can use the we can use this for we can reuse that wastewater for gardens. Next step is feasibility analysis. It's mean evaluate the options on technical, environmental and economic feasibility. After that, we can select the best options for that. The final step is implementation of cleaner production. We can do option implementation, monitoring and evaluation, and sustain and continue that processes. Cleaner production categories. In a company, there are a process. We use input materials in the beginning of the process, and we put these materials to produce the product. It's after that we use technology to produce that production. After that, operations. After the get production. After waste and emissions. Process of implementing cleaner production. In this process of the production, we can use cleaner production in that all the steps. First step is improve equipment and process control. Second step is we can use new technology. Third step is improve management, work skill and process control. Fourth step is product modification. Fifth step is reuse and recycling. Now I introduce that process briefly. Option 1, change input materials, water and energy. It means replacing toxic or harmful materials with less toxic. Use of renewable materials. Use materials with longer lifetime. Material purification. Second step is technology change. We can replace the technology to environmental friendly technology. Next one is equipment modification. After that, optimal process conditions, increase automation, improved process control, improved equipment layout. We use that all to all environmental friendly. Third step is improved operation practices. It includes production scheduling, energy management, maintenance programs, working instruction and procedures, training and incentives program, adequate process control operations, proper maintenance and cleaning. Fourth step is product modification. Recycling friendly design. We can create product that we can recycling in the future, because so it is very important to the environment. After product life extensions, more efficient, less material intensive packaging. We can use also environment friendly materials for packaging. Reduction of harmful substances. Last step is on-site reuse and recycling. On-site recovery and reuse of raw material in the process, wastewater, waste heat and cooling water. Next is transforming waste into useful byproduct. We can create byproducts by using the waste. It's also useful to the environment. Waste segregation and storage. Methods of cleaner production implementation. First, we have to create action plan to implement the cleaner production. We can create that type of table to it. We can include options, responsible persons to that, implementation end date and key factors for that. When we maintain in that table, we can implement in the cleaner production properly in the company. Next one is implement option. It's include the details that we have to preparation for the cleaner production. That's technical specifications, appropriate planning to reduce the installation time, financing facility installations, appropriate control of installation, preparation for the beginning of operation. After next method is monitor the new resource consumptions, waste generation level and evaluate results. That includes the measurement methods of the cleaner production implementation. It includes changes in the amount of residues, changes in the resources consumption, profit change, productivity change, labor condition changes. Next method is sustained cleaner production. It includes quantify waste generation, water and energy consumption, incorporate cleaner production in the technical development training, establish a preventative maintenance program, verify the environment impact of new equipment, cleaner production in research and development, spread the result to the company. When we implement the cleaner production to the company, there are very important things may be considering. In this, we have to prioritize the action from the most cost effective with no capital cost to those that may require capital investment. After that, we have to identify where the largest percentages of waste is being generated and target this area first. Because of this, we can minimize the waste properly. Next one is start with opportunities that have general financial benefits for no capital expenditure. track and chart all actions and progress. It's also more important to check the progress of the implementing of the cleaner production practices in the company. Encourage continuous feedback and reward for staff. By this, staff members are motivated to do environmental friendly things in the company. And also we have to keep it simple. Properly implemented cleaner production. When we implemented the cleaner production in a company, there are more benefits that we get. It's mean increasing the productivity of the company and also increasing economical benefits. And also result in improved product quality, reduce the consumer risks. It's mean when we use the cleaner production implementation, the risks for the consumers are reduced by this and reduce the long-term liabilities, increase staff motivation, reduce the risks of the environmental accidents, lower production cost, improving environmental situations. Now I talk about the waste identification and minimization. Waste is anything that doesn't add value to the process. It creates very danger to the company and the environment. Type of waste. There are a lot of type of waste. First one is inventory. Inventory waste refers to the waste produced by unprocessed inventory. When we are packaging products, we can use environmental friendly things to package, and when create a damage in packaging, there are additional materials to replace damaged or obsolete inventory. It's also a waste to the company and it's get environmental impact. Overproduction means production of more of products. By this, wasted the materials, storage cost, excessive capitals, and lot of things. Next, waste is correction material and information movement. It includes scrapping product to do defects, working overtime to produce defect-free units, part being assembled incorrectly, customer returns due to defective products. Next waste is overprocessing. Overprocessing refers to any component of the process of manufacture that is unnecessary. Time, energy, and emissions are wasted when they are used to produce something that is unnecessary in the product. Next is waiting. Waiting refers to wasted time because of stalled or halted production in one step of the production chain while a previous step is completed. The environment impact comes from the wasted labor and energy from lighting, heating, or cooling during the waiting period. Next one is motion. Wasteful motion is all of the motion, whether by a person or a machine, that could be minimized. Minimization of waste. There are three types of waste minimization techniques. First one is when we talk about the source reduction, there are two categories. First one is good housekeeping. It means well-written working instruction, supervision, awareness, and regular training of workforce would facilitate good housekeeping. Second one is process change. Process change include also four categories. First one is input material change. It means substitution of input materials by eco-friendly. Second one is better process control. Modification of the working procedures, machine operating instruction and process record. Third one is equipment modification. Modification of existing production equipment and utilities, for instance. Fourth one is technology change. Its main replacement of the technology to minimize waste and emission generations during production. The second waste minimization technique is recycling. It also has two categories. First one is on-site recovery and reuse. It means reuse of wasted materials. Second one is production of useful byproduct. It means modification of the waste generation process in order to transfer the wasted material into a material that can be reused or recycled for another application within or outside the company. The next waste minimization technique is product modification. It means characteristic of the product can be modified to minimize the environmental impact of its production or those of the product itself during or after its use. When I get the example for that, when we think about the hotel industry, good housekeeping is more important to the hotel. We can maintain all the things properly. We can maintain all the things properly. Because of this, we can minimize the waste because all the areas and clean and well managed. In the process change, input material change, we can buy raw materials. We can buy eco-friendly raw materials to the hotel. That's when we get the fruits or vegetables and other things, we can get package. Their packages are eco-friendly. Better process control means some hotels are use hotel room card key in order to turn the electricity for the room on. That save energy in the hotel. And also rooms and other infrastructure in the hotel can be used by the available sunlight that reduce the energy, because in the daytime we don't use light. Equipment modification means we can use disposable wrapping and bags in the hotel, and also we can use CFL bulb, LED bulb for the LED bulb. Technology change means we can control hotel rooms by touch screens. We can dim in light, fan control on or off by the remote system. In the recycling, on-site recovery and reuse means in the wasted water of the hotel, we can use that water for the gardening. Product of useful byproduct means we can we can produce envelope by the wasteful paper. In the Kandalama hotel, they produce envelope by the wasteful papers. In the product modification also, in the hotel industry, we can use we can use environmental friendly product. Introduction to life cycle assessment and eco design. Life cycle assessment is a process for analyzing the environmental impact generated over the entire life cycle of the product, from provision of raw materials to final disposal of the product. There are 4 stages of the life cycle assessment methodology. First one is definition of the goal and scope. Second one is life cycle inventory analysis. Third one is life cycle impact assessment. Fourth one is life cycle interpretation. When we doing these 4 steps, we can minimize negative environmental impact in the industry. Recent policy tendencies. We can use change in traditional focus for environmental management, increase role of municipal and local programs, integration of ISO 14001 and EMS with cleaner production, cleaner production audits in environmental permitting and access to funding, voluntary initiatives from the private sector, cleaner production financial framework, new areas of work, industrial development policy. To go to the sustainable development in the industry, we have to fulfill 3 categories. That's environment, economic and social. Environmental means it was previously known as the primary reasons for sustainability. It continues to play a major role and has been further integrated into the corporate environment. Second one is economic. The economic has the most innovative potential to combine sustainable practices, technology and money-making tools. Social means the social is focused on health, wellness and education of the people, with the quality of life as one of the major priorities. When we fulfill these 3 categories, we can go to the sustainable development in our industry. That is the example for that. Plant more fruits and vegetables gardens around the house, reduce the agricultural pollution in waterways and reduce water treatment cost. Less gas is spent for store trips and transportation from different countries and fields. Less money is also spent at the store. Money is spent on vegetation maintenance. It's also improve physical and mental health and save healthcare cost. Planting trees, especially around the home, decrease the temperature of the house, which leads to decreased air conditioner use. It also increases the value of the home and reduce carbon dioxide. Kids will play in a more diverse landscape. It also provides home for small birds and insects. Money will be spent on maintaining heights and branches of trees. Use renewable power source to reduce carbon footprint and decreases utility bills. Conserving and cleaning our natural environment, reduce water treatment costs, improve outdoor recreation and air quality. It provides habitat for other living organisms. Change in focus of environmental management. Change of focus from process to product. It's changed to the integrated product policy and extended producer responsibility. Shift from environmental media to industry specific standards. It's changed to International Plant Protection Convention Directive. More upward in the production process. It means supply chain management. I will discuss this in next slides. Green industry concept. When we practice the green industry concept in our industries, we can produce environmental friendly products. When we choose the suppliers, we can choose eco-friendly suppliers. That means they are not use damaged, that they are not use raw materials that are damaged to the environment, packagings that are not damaged to the environment. In the production process, we can use 3R implementation. It's a reduce, reuse, recycle, and also environmentally conscious human resources, efficient and effective factory layout, and equipment modification. After the produced product, we must think about the packaging of the product. The packaging of the product also not harm to the damage. We must consider about that, and we can dispose the waste that low zero emissions proper treatment based on the standard. In the wastewater, we can use proper treatment for that. And we can get the eco-friendly product by practicing this green industry concept. Integrated pollution prevention and control. Integrated pollution prevention and control refers to the minimizing of pollution from various industrial. IPPC aims to prevent emissions and waste production, and where that is not practicable, reduce them to acceptable levels. This is a control of environmental emissions for all environmental media. By this, we can reduce natural resources, energy use, exposure to hazardous substances, releases of pollutants by economic activities. Benefits of IPPC. It's saving money in costs related to materials, operations, and pollution waste treatment and disposal, using raw materials, staff resources, equipment, energy, and water more efficiently, improving air quality, decreasing the use of toxic substances, decreasing regulatory requirements by eliminating the need for permits, hazardous waste mandates, monitoring and reporting, improving the community relations, company image, and customer loyalty. Extended producer responsibility. It makes the manufacturer responsible for various aspects of the product's life cycle beyond simply the manufacturing stage. Manufacturing stages are manufacturing, retail, design, manufacturing, retail use, end of life, and reuse, recycling, energy recovery. That's related to the product life cycle. Product life cycle stages are introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. It's related to then manufacturing stages. Integrated product policy is minimize the pollution to the environment during the production. Measures aimed at promoting and innovating friendly products, develop a friendly product suitable for customer demand, measure to create market for environmentally sound products, measures which allocate responsibility for managing the environmental burdens of product system. Supply chain management. Supply chain management is the way a company finds the raw component it needs to make a product or service. It has three main flows that are product flow, information flow, or financial flow. When the producer requires supplier and subcontract to confirm their environmental performance to continue the business. If the suppliers are environmental friendly, the over the production process that we can use environmental friendly practices that I introduced in the green industry concept. And also we can practice ISO 14001 standard in the mandatory requirement. Also, supplier needs to obtain the necessary certification in order to carry on their business. Initiative of the companies. The environmental agreements and programs organized by the industry, World Business Council for Sustainable Development, Eco-efficiency and eco-effectiveness. These are very useful when we implement the cleaner production in our industries. International network for environmental management, improve production of environmental friendly in the industry. Possible new area for cleaner production involvement. When we implement the cleaner production in the industry, multilateral, we can consider the multilateral environment agreements and ISO standard, SLS standard, and we can think about what organizations are giving green investment funds and innovative financial to the company, and environmentally sound technology transfer programs, and we can get eco-labeling and certifications for our products, and environmental management accounting and occupational health and safety also very useful in the cleaner production implementation. Reasons to be optimistic about cleaner production. developing regulatory framework and increasing pressure for enforcement, develop the work efficiency and effectiveness, progress in the application of market-based instruments, increase effort on the policy development, realistic resource pricing, competitiveness and market pressure. Um, when we create the when we practice the cleaner production in our industry, all are motivated to doing in their industry. Because of this, there are a competitiveness for that, and that has a market pressure, and we can sell that products in a reasonable pricing. Some policy responses to encourage lending for cleaner production. We can think about how we can promote the cleaner production in the industry, and we can demonstrate the programs for the industry financial sections and capacity building programs and assistance in preparing financial proposals, develop innovative financial mechanisms to implement the cleaner production. Barriers to cleaner production implementation, we can divide it into two. That's our internal barriers and external barriers. Internal barriers are traditional philosophy of CEOs, limited information, data and expertise on waste and emissions, a focus of end-of-pipe solution and short-term profits, inadequate cost profit calculations, no or limited support of middle management. External barriers are availability of investment capital, availability of cleaner production technologies. These are some sample questions that we made from our presentations. You can follow this and answering for that questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Putha. Dharmarapna need? No.
Yes.
Oh. It's a very good presentation. You patiently did it. And today presentation pretty much better, and even the presentation slides are quite good. Even I can use this for sharing this knowledge for the coming batches. So this is a good presentation, and even based on this, we can develop some more. We can develop some more new knowledge, maybe. So this is very good. Thank you, Bhuta, for the very patient and very comprehensive presentation. Try to circulate this with the other groups, manufacturing, food process, and also within your batch of IM. So today IM presentations all complete, and congratulations. So thanks for the questions as well. So I think in the coming 2 weeks, we will try to conclude this. So this is very good. So quite informative, nicely presented. Thank you, Bhuta, and well done. Yeah, good. So that's all for today. So any more questions? Any more questions, Bhuta? Any more questions? Okay, see you next week. Today I have presented about the elements. It will be very interesting, and it's universally relevant. So even in whatever the fields, even in astronomies or even the space sciences, still the elements are matters. So you have to recognize different elements, whatever the subject. So that is very interesting, and that is from my part today. And thanks for all the presentations, Putana. See you next week. So go through the presentations nicely. Yeah. So I have to stop the class with a bye then. Bye. Bye. Bye then. Okay.